没有。没有。还有。那我为你准备了很多汤啊。
叫老板感谢你的支持。
你要放出来。
我没有放 video 吗？我有放 video 哦。
这里跟这里。要出现了。
这个音乐很大声，听到？
那音乐太大声了。音乐太大声。大家看着有多个比较一下，
from the floor 有 comment 音乐太大声。Thank you，
Okay, Marshall, I think the background sound is much better. Not so loud.
Yeah, that's good.
Hi everyone, Adrian here. So while waiting for other participants to come in, we will stick to our timeline. We want to start sharp.
Hello everyone, good morning.
Morning, Adrian.
Yeah, morning. Okay, now we have 15 participants here. I think we can just start short. Yeah. Morning everyone, and thanks for your time for joining this webinar. So this is actually the first
Sorry,
round
there's
of
some echo.
webinar. Oh, sorry. Okay, now better. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll start once again. Okay, hello everyone. Good morning. Thanks for your time for joining this Zetpy and Friends webinar. So this is the first round of webinar with our post partner Xilnex. Yeah. So hi Sean, you want to say hi to everyone?
Morning, everyone. I'm Sean B from Xilnex.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. Adrian, you want to say hi to everyone? Sorry, you mute already. You mute.
Sorry. Been a while, didn't do webinar already. So hi Sean, thanks for making the time for this to share with our participants, right, on what Xilnex can do and help them actually to scale their retail operation. And at the same time, I want to thank you every participant for taking out your valuable time, right, to join us today. Hopefully you will walk out with something later.
Okay, thanks, Adrian. Okay, so in this webinar, we are going to have 3 sessions. Okay, so first we will have a presentation from Adrian. Okay, and then the second part we will have presentation from Sean, and the last part will be the presentation from me, Minjun. Yeah. Okay, so during the presentation, if the participants here, if you guys have any question, feel free to put in your question into the Q&A session, or you can put at the chat box. Yeah, so we will answer the question after the presentation ends. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah, I think let's get started. Okay, so let's start with our first presenter today, Adrian. He is the founder of Zetpy. So in this presentation, he will talk about the trends of omnichannel and how to grow your sales via both online and offline channels. Yeah. So welcome, Adrian. Yeah. Hello, Adrian. The floor is yours now. You mute already.
Second time mute. Okay, I'll be taking over this. Can everyone see my screen? Can see?
Yes.
Yep, now yes.
Okay. Hi, very good morning to everyone. Today, right, we are doing this in conjunction with our cloud post partner, Xilnex. And for those who don't know me, my name is Adrian. Okay. Basically, I'm from Penang, my hometown in Bukit Belajar. I am a computer science graduate. Okay. So since I graduated, my first job actually was involved in this company called OYL Manufacturing. And in case you don't know, I'm the first hire, right, they recruit into a special project team. Our goal is to sell air conditioner online back then. Yeah, this was in about 2005. Yeah. Try imagine we trying to come up with an aircon that's very cheap, 1 horsepower, and don't need installer, just plug and play. It's not a spot cooler, it's a real air conditioner. And people can buy online, pay with credit card. Back then, you don't have things like online bank transfer, FPX, and get it delivered to them, in a few days time, and they can DIY install it. That was my first job in listed company of my career, right? But in prior, I has always been enthusiast in technology. I like internet. I love retail, and I like to go, I try to observe how they run promo, how they do merchandising. That's part of my hobby. Then along the way, after I quit from the company, I started my own, where I'm a co-founder for WebShaper. Mainly some of you, the audience might heard of WebShaper. So this is a shopping cart system. We actually provide it as a software as a solution basis to empower all the SME to build their own branded store. Okay. Of course, now we no longer selling it, since 2019. Everything we shifted towards Zetpy. And at the same time, along the way, I also co-founded this blog site. If you are early on in e-commerce, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, you probably heard of this website called ecommercemilo.com. Later, we rebrand to EC Insider because Nestle want to sue us. Okay. Then apart from that, I also founded a community like Mecca, e-wallet now, which is more active e-wallet one, that basically focusing on the topics that me personally have passion in. Okay, that's me. So along the way, my career, I have fortunate to meet a number of interesting people. This does dictate a few. You can see that I got a T-shirt from Lalamove, Shopee, Lazada, Marketplace, and 11th Street. Some of you might already set up account there before, right? Some of our customers actually started their journey in Lalamove, right? But now we all know that in today the marketplace is mainly dominated by 2 giants, which are Lazada and Shopee. And we are not talking about just Malaysia, it's across the South Asia as well. And the reason I'm collecting all these T-shirts, in case the business not doing well, we can sell it online, right, to get some cash. Okay, I think I will need one Xilnex T-shirt from Xilnex founder as well. Sean, you arrange one for me. Okay.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll arrange one for myself as well. Then we can sell together.
Thanks. And today, I'm not going to go in too much in there, but I want mainly to share with you some concepts and what actually happening in the marketplace. Of course, if you talk about retail scene, you talk about the merging of online and offline, we can always look towards the Western, which is the USA, what is actually happening there now, right? Later, I'll share with you an example of Walmart. And we can take a look on the Eastern side, which is China. And you ask me, China, in terms of the online merging with offline, they are probably one of the most advanced countries, right, that leading in terms of this, the convergence of O2O. Okay, and we can imagine, right, what will happen to Malaysia and this region, right, in about 5 years time later. We will probably close to that, right? So that's something we can actually look forward and learn from. And perhaps I will touch something on quick commerce as well. Basically, mainly just to share with you the concept. Allow me to start with, the very foundation one, so that you understand, right, actually what has been evolving since the early days of e-commerce. So you can see that, first of all, like Amazon, Amazon is everything nowadays. But you probably would know that they started with selling books back in 1995, right? That was like almost 28 years ago, right? And B2C concept mainly very simple. Imagine they are Aeon, they are Zasco, they set up a website, they buy stock, and they actually sell directly to the consumers. And that's how Lazada is started in Malaysia back in 2012 as well, okay? If you remember, you buy something from Lazada, I mean, in the very early days, they actually scrap all the products from other marketplace, some even online store, and when you actually place an order, they will have the people go to the physical shop and buy and then ship the products to you. Okay. Sometimes their staff even ship the product by themselves. Okay, that's how I got some of the products. I remember I bought iPod there back then. Okay, so then you have a second type of model, which is a C2C one. So a classic example for C2C will be eBay. Okay, and how eBay started is they sell collectibles. They set up a website as well as an intermediary. It's like a marketplace where any individual can sign an account and post up your second-hand products or your collectibles to sell and make money. Okay, so it's not like B2C where you are businesses, actually you source product, you get consignment and you sell. No. This is purely C2C, and they facilitate the transactions, right, among the buyer and the seller. Okay, so in general, B2C, C2C, or the B2B2C, the more SKU you will have, the higher the GMV that you will have. In case you don't know, GMV here stands for gross merchandise value. And the classic C2C example here in Malaysia is Lalamove. But if you talk about what's happening in the marketplace now today, the C2C, what people are buying and selling now in Malaysia is dominated by Mudah.my, which is owned by Carousel as well. Okay, so that's what actually happening in the marketplace now. Then you have the third model, B2B2C. Right, not sure any of you have set up a store in Rakuten before. Actually Rakuten they have this model pioneer in Japan, and they were very, very successful. At one point, right, they actually entered Malaysian market, I think in about 2013, 2014, right? And they actually signed up a list of established brand merchants like Toys, like Seng Heng, and they actually sell you subscription. And I think the most expensive plan is running about 20,000 a year, right? But the good thing about it is back then they have tools like newsletters where they allow you to blast email newsletter to your customer base on. But you're well aware Lazada, Shopee doesn't allow that now, right? All the customer base, they will even try to hide the phone number, okay? Just a matter of time, they'll go and protect all the customer details from leaking out. Okay. So for B2B2C model, the difference is they also set up a platform, but instead of letting consumers, amateurs, right, selling, they only recruit registered company. Okay, proper SME. They recruit brands, to come in and set up stores. This model will be nowadays, right, you can see a hybrid of such model across all. If you look at Lazada, when they started off, right, they recruit everyone. Then later on, they move on to only registered company. Then later on, they move to opening up for all the small sellers. Okay, so if you ask me today, right, it's a mixture of all. Then you have the fourth one, O2O. In this case, right, the first O will be online. That brings the customers to offline. And this, I believe, right, most of us have purchased something online, especially on the group buying side like Groupon. And this is a very important milestone, right? Why? Because I can share with you, group buying, right, is the first time ever Malaysian actually involved in massive buying online. Okay, after the low-cost airline ticket from Asia. Okay, and this actually transformed the whole industry. Back then, right, payment gateway company that serve a lot of SME, they don't have a lot of transactions, right? But because of group buying, people buying tons of voucher online, especially some hotels manage to sell, I think, the buffet voucher for very low price, and people like purchase 10, 20,000, kind of vouchers, right, just on one deal. Okay, it crashed the server. But it also marked the first very aggressive expansions, right, where the first time Malaysian consumers actually buy something online in massive amount that leads to offline experience. Okay. Then of course later O2O, if you realize also they start to sell products. They get let's say bicycle, right? They get you to actually mass buy, at a discounted price, then they ship it to you. The only difference is they cannot promise you a fixed delivery date. Okay, but of course this model now is no longer popular. Okay, and it gone down the hill. And then you have the fifth wave, where if you ask me, this is where the mobile first shopping experience actually happened and transpired. So, in case you don't know, when Shopee launches, I think in the region about in 2015, okay, they actually don't have a website. The only way you can find Shopee is app. That's why from day one, right? You know, Shopee, everything is designed hovering around mobile. That's why you can see Shopee account very different from Lazada in what sense. If you download the app also allows you to take picture and upload product to sell. That's one of the unique things, right, about Shopee is that it's very different from Lazada. They don't have a separate seller account. You are the buyer and also you are the seller. Okay, and it's mobile first. Of course, later on Shopee will continue to launch their website version of the web store. And until today, Shopee has evolved, become something like a super app. Right, even one of the most frequently used features inside Shopee app now is actually Shopee Pay. Okay, and now coming this year, you will see something very new. Again, I would say something very different again. Right, if you are on the horizon, you're actively, you know, promoting your brand, selling your products online and offline. You probably could heard of TikTok, but do you know that TikTok they launched in UK and Indonesia, I think about 2 years ago. And this year, after things are opening up, they actually launched in Malaysia already. Okay, in case you want to try out, you should sign up a TikTok account, or you can email us. I will send you details, more details of TikTok shop. And on Zetpy side, we are working on a TikTok plugin so that we can support, right, for you to share your inventories to TikTok, you know. And this TikTok shop is very different. It's not just about short video selling. Okay, there's one part you have to actually work with content creators. Okay, if you don't have content creators to help you to promote, then you probably will lose out to tap into the network effect, right, that TikTok will give you. Again, this is very, very different from selling and listed on your own store. Very different from selling and listed product on marketplace as well. It's a totally new way of selling. I encourage you to explore more on this one. All right. So that's roughly right out the type of e-commerce. And this is what I predict. You know, I mean, in about 10 years time, you know, even Facebook changed the name to Meta. Right. It will not be surprised. You know, you look at brands like Skechers, I said, they're going to have virtual shopping mall inside. They let you go in, you know, wear the goggle, try out the thing, and place order that with your credit card or even with cryptocurrency. Okay, but still, no matter what kind of sales channel has evolved, there are a few things that won't change. One, what wouldn't change? If you're buying a physical product, you will always have inventory trouble. First thing. Secondly, if you're buying a physical product, you will always need the physical product to be delivered to you, or you pick up yourself. These are the things that won't change. Even you look at Ready Player One, the movie, right? They buy the VR suit in the metaverse, and they still need the robot to deliver the suit, right, physically to them. So remember, these are the things that won't change. Next, I want to touch on omni-channel retailing. Okay, so for this, right, of course, Alibaba founder Jack Ma have coined a very fancy term, right? They call it a new retail. But you think about it, during the pandemic time, if you are running a physical store, okay, and you know that, of course, unless you are in the, you know, category like fresh produce or grocery, where you are allowed to open because of basic necessity, then you will have a problem getting customer orders, right, during this pandemic time. Okay, so obviously, right, offline store, if you don't have an online presence, right, it's out of question nowadays. in case most of the consumers, if you look at latest Google Trends result, they will share all the study. Even for yourself, you look at how you behave. You want to find products, where will you start first? That's why, right, an online presence as an extension for your physical storefront is a must-have. Okay, otherwise during pandemic, you wouldn't be able to get order unless you're investing in necessity stocks, right? Then on the other way around, if you look at online, one thing you have to realize is, right, even for Malaysian market now, you look at online market, they're probably about 10 to 15% range. E-commerce sales, right, means about 10 to 15% of total retail sales. So it means about 85% to 90% of the sales on retail products, except you're gonna count out hotel, you're gonna count out travel product, ticketing, are happening offline. Okay, so actually it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, right? For even when you're pure play online operators to extend to offline. Okay, so this is where we call the convergence, right, or online offline, because and not to mention nowadays, right, you'll be surprised when customers, they want the convenience of ordering the product, browsing the product at the comfort of their home, or more and more people work from home now, right? That's not going to go back, especially for white collar type of work, right? And they want the convenience of, you have a website, I browse it, can I have it delivered to my house when I back home, right? Or can I collect at your store when on my way back home? Or can I collect at your stores at a certain time period? So it basically gives you an idea, right? Online, you want to connect offline to basically give the customers, right, whenever they want, whatever they want to buy from you. Okay, so, and you have to couple it with the logistic capabilities. If not, then you wouldn't be able to, let's say, if you are selling fresh produce or grocery, they buy from you, so can I have it sent to my home at 3 o'clock tomorrow? Or some even want the same day, they don't want to come up, right? Then you have to actually couple with same day on demand delivery service, right, like Grab, like Lalamove, to enable you to, fulfill the customer need in this aspect. So remember, the so-called new retail, while it's a fancy word, basically you put the customer in the center. Then you think, as a customer, right, how do they want to interact with you? How do they buy, right? And one more thing is, of course, if a customer buy from you online or offline also, they will expect, hey, I want to collect points as well. So if you see the problem nowadays is, right, a lot of people go offline, they can collect points on the loyalty card. Then when you go to online store, right, the online store cannot identify them as the same customer. That's the first thing. Thus, they cannot collect points. And third, the redemption also works differently. Right, that put off the customer, that will actually, right, dampen your loyalty program efforts, right, to get the customer keep coming back to you. And let's take a look at what's happening in US now. I want to share a good example. Look at Walmart. They are one of the largest retailers in the world. Okay, but while we cannot exactly copy what they do, but there are certain concepts, right, we can always borrow from them. So Walmart has rebranded their name from Walmart stores to Walmart only. Okay, they take out the store's name, right? And the reason is very simple, right? So according to the Walmart CEO, Doug McMillan, then he say he changed the name, removed the store, because he realized, right, nowadays his customers, a lot of them are interact with them online, their website, and via their app as well. So they just remove the name stores, right, from the branding itself. Then you look at Mark Law. He's an extremely smart guy. He already quit from Walmart though. That's why I put ex-CEO for Walmart e-commerce. Then he say retail, right, as increasingly channel agnostic. So what does it mean, channel agnostic? Physical mean offline or online, it does not matter, right? What matters is the customer itself. If the customer want to buy from me offline, I allow them to come and buy. I allow them to earn points and redeem my points, right, the same way. And I want the same experience, right, when they go to, my app, my website, or even the future metaverse where I'm going to have a virtual stores, right, that showcase all my product there. That's why I mean my channel agnostic, you know, because sales channel will always keep evolving with new technology in place. But one thing that doesn't change one is you want to know who your customer is. You want to give them, right, you know, the way, right, they like to interact with you. They like to actually buy from you. You give them all the convenience. And remember back to the same first slide just now I show on the huge retail one. You just think of your online, what kind of channels available, even offline, what kind of channel available, and offline not just a physical store as per se. If you are, let's say, selling F&B or even, you know, groceries, why can't drive-through be an option as well? You know, so these are all interaction points, and the integration with logistic capabilities, right, will enable a lot of scenario, you know, that will further boost, right, your revenue per customer. Right? Okay. And these are some of the innovation, you know, Mark Law, right? Previously he founded a company called Zetpy. Then Walmart acquired the entire company. That's how he became the CEO for Walmart e-commerce. So there's a few things, Zetpy technology, right, that Walmart take and embedded to its store now. Okay, so you can see, first they got this smart cart feature. Okay, so basically they encourage you to buy more so that you save on shipping costs or even entitled shipping costs. So this message, this logic are embedded across the checkout process. Okay, and also they encourage you to pay using debit card. And if you opt out for returns, means okay, this purchase, right, I will never return it. Okay, they actually give a better pricing from them. Imagine that if you're selling online, you know one of the biggest problem is dealing with returns, right? So this is what they are trying to do, right? The technology in terms of Jet.com. Okay, and then also on the business side, they try to compete with Amazon. You know, so they say, you know, you don't need to have a membership, right? You can come my site as long as 2-day free shipping. This is offered to all the Walmart.coms, right? Registered user. Okay, and also interestingly, you can see they are trying to encourage a lot of online customers visit them at their physical store. That's why they offer discount to customers, right, just to pick up certain things. Okay, later I'll show you one example. And fourth but not the last one is because you must remember Walmart is a giant company. Okay, we can't copy them in terms of their manpower, but the idea itself. So they think of, wow, they have so many staff, right? Can they get their staff to do delivery when their staff is on the way back home? That's how they come out with associate delivery. Okay, so imagine that, right? Walmart is a giant company. Remember that. We can't copy them in terms of this one. They have about 4,600 stores. I think probably now a bit more in the US alone. And 90, you know, in their stores, 90% of the populations, which is like 300 over million US populations, right, are within just 10 miles, you know, of their physical store. That's why they can do this, right? So when they run this program, imagine that they utilize their existing manpower, let them allow to earn more money, okay, while driving on their way home, you know, and do some delivery, just to pick up some extra cash, right? Maybe we can do it, you know, if you have 1 or 2 or 10 stores. These are some of the ideas maybe applicable, okay? Then this is the example I want to share with you. You know, you can still find it on the website. When we buy online, normally if you ask Malaysian, what would they say? Why online is cheaper, ma? That's why buy online, right? But then in the US, you look at Walmart, they have something that we have never seen before here. Right? You actually get a cheaper price if you buy offline. Okay. And that is the interesting part. And if you can see, right, this also explains 99 Speedmart currently don't have an e-commerce operation, right? But they try from what? Murah lagi dekat. So offline, right, sometimes it's cheaper one. Okay. Then we take a look at Herma, okay, hi Jack Ma, long time didn't show up already. Okay, so why Herma is a very good example because Herma is the first new retail experiment store in China. Okay, now I think they grow to their 2022 target is to grow to about 2,000 stores around China itself. Okay, but latest figure, how many physical stores they have now, I don't have a clue. Okay, I don't have the data. But let's take a look at Herma, right? What's so interesting about this? So first thing, right, what Herma do, imagine they are a small form factor, okay? And they promise if you stay around 3 kilometers from the one Herma shop, I can do free delivery within 30 minutes time. Okay, that's the first promise. They have this goal vision, okay? And if you want to go to a shop and shop, you actually need to download the app and you scan the code. Okay, DIY one. You know, imagine an app on your phone using your smartphone, scan the QR, scan the barcode, all added to the cart. Okay. And I think one thing Herma do, where a lot of retailers or even online sellers, retailer now can do, if you have a physical store, it serves as your fulfillment hub as well. Just imagine it's a warehouse, right? People come in and buy the thing, or when you have an online order come in, you go and from the shelf and pick up your product, pick, pack, and ready to ship to customer. Okay, so at the same physical location. It can be a single store, it can be multiple store. Of course, single store is much more simplified. Multiple store, you have more challenges in terms of integrating the inventory. And then Herma, they have about 3,000 SKU in store. In general, on the display for you to shop, where 80% actually are food, basically grocery items, okay, and 20% are fresh, vegetable, prawns, live fish. They sell this kind of thing on their store as well. But on the app itself, they actually offer up to 50,000 SKU. Okay, and they are trying to get 80 to 90% order online. Okay, while the 10-20% they will want you to visit and get a very unique experience while you're visiting. Because they offer things like if you go there, you buy fish or prawn, you can ask the chef to cook, send it to a home, or you can ask the chef to cook, then you eat it on the spot as well. These are the things, the mixture they experiment with, they try to bring to the masses. And not just that, while this is nothing to do with omni-channel retail, but they use a very high-tech way to run the retail operation. First thing, I think all the price tag, they use an electronic shelf label. And to update 1,000 labels, if you run a retail store now, if you still use the normal way or you put on the shelf, how much time will it take? This one, they only need 23 seconds to update 1,000 labels. Yeah, think of this. I think this is something, you know, interesting, right? If you run a store that cater, they have a few hundred SKU, and it gives you a lot of operation efficiency, you know, in running this. And also on the payment side, you have to use a Herma app to shop. Okay, and sorry, this one. You have to use a Herma app to shop, and you can have to use Alipay to pay as well. But since China government want them to cooperate more, I was told that they are going to integrate and support WeChat Pay as well. Okay, they cannot just monopolize on their own ecosystem, allow their own payment system to come in. They start to open up this. So one very interesting thing, if Herma do it successfully, okay, is this. Imagine we are very busy, we are all white collar workers, all right? If product can be consistently delivered to your home within 30 minutes, any product, especially like fresh product, even food product, do you still need a fridge? Okay. So this is the kind of new thing, right, that happening in China as we speak now. Yeah, of course, China it's a very dense, very populated area, right? So every square meter, right, in the space count. That's why they were asking themselves, if this service is run successfully, do you still need a refrigerator at home? For some people, the answer is probably not. So you can free up space, right, for other stuff, right? And then you hear what this Michael Evans, right, had to say, right? Consumers, right, nowadays, they don't think about the world online or offline, right? Okay? To them, right, there's just you. Then expect they go online, they can find you. They go to the App Store, they probably can download an app from you. And in the near vicinity of the place where they live and work, they hope to find you as well. And in the future meta world, right, they probably will expect you to have a virtual store there, right? So you need to have presence there. And then I just want to quick share with you on what is already possible with Zetpy and Xilnex nowadays. Okay, imagine if you are already using Xilnex. Okay, so the good news is via Zetpy, we can help you to import partial or all the SKU over to Zetpy, and from there we synchronize to Lazada, your Shopee, or the coming TikTok shop. Okay, so TikTok shop we are developing. You shall see us soft launch it right in mid or end of June. Okay. So the same thing, the SKU, we can expose out to the online store channel as well. Okay, and as sales happening on all this channel, the sales order are created. We actually import back to Zetpy. Okay, we update the stock automatically for you. This easily can help you reduce more than 90% of overselling problem. Okay, and all these sales order, we also pump back to Xilnex as invoices as well. So imagine the time, right, we save you when we enable you the ability to reach out to more channels, get more sales, get more customers. And when the sales order are pumped back to Xilnex, the customer details are being passed back as well. Okay, that's one thing. And if you opt for, let's say our managed solutions in terms of your e-commerce store, we can even help you to actually enable customers, right, to get points, even they buy from you online. And when we pass back to the Xilnex, they will know which customer have bought. They will add it to the same account as of their offline membership. Okay, so this is already possible. And these are the few scenarios, right, we already can do. Later will be shared by my colleague, which is Mingzhen. Mingzhen will share more in details, but I just want to brief you on this one. First, if you are already offline, you can grow your sales by tapping into Zetpy as a middleware, right? We synchronize your stock, okay, to marketplaces, to TikTok, to your own branded store. That's the first thing. And second thing, via our own managed e-commerce service, we can enable you to do click and collect. Okay, so people order online, they collect point. So this order will go back to Xilnex as sales order. If you have a single store, you can convert to invoices. You can process the order right away. If you have a multiple store, then you can, assign the sales order, right, to that particular retail chain, the physical location. Mingzhen will show more in detail. I just want to share with you the concept. And also on the automation, remember when Xilnex will be the master here, right? If you're running retail, you're not yet using Xilnex, maybe can consider to upgrade, okay? And automation means when we take the stock from Xilnex, let's say you have this mouth, right? You have 10 units. Then when we pull over to Zetpy, it will be 10 units, and we can share across all the online sales channel, 10 units, 10 units, 10 units available. And when sales happening, we auto update to all the channels. This is where we help you automatically update the stock. Save you a lot of time and work. And not to mention all the sales order, you don't have to key in one by one, right? We synchronize back to Xilnex, right? Or automatically, auto help you to map up the field, okay? And when it comes to points, as I just now mentioned, we can enable you to collect points when your customer buy online and offline as well, okay? And the last but not least, if you are doing something, imagine, let's say pharmaceutical products or, grocery product or stationery product where your customer have this need, right? When they buy something, can you deliver to me today? Then you can consider what we can enable to do for you via the hyper-local e-commerce. We actually integrate with Lalamove, where we can enable you, when customer place order that time, we pull the Lalamove rate real time, show it to the customer, get the customer to pay, okay? Then the same order, we can automatically push to Lalamove with the preparation time in place. Then they come and pick up. And after they send the products, the status of the get updated back to the online store as well. Okay, so we have had these solutions, right, since 2021 before Raya. We have it like live for almost a year now. It's not something in concept. We have customers running it in real world scenario. Okay, so we optimize it. But there's one thing we cannot optimize. Just to share with you also, if you utilize a network like Lalamove, right, you will have cases sometimes they won't be able to find driver or even rider for you. It does happen. It's not that frequent, but it does happen. Okay. And if you want to experience, you want to know, let's say, a lot of people ask me, hey, so Adrian, what is the case study of Omnichannel here? What are some of the retailers, right, or even e-tailers are doing in regards of Omnichannel? I highly recommend Watson. Of course, all of you know. You download the Watson app, go to the Watson website, start looking at what they do. Okay. So interestingly, if you have already a Watson customer, they actually do the Omnichannel via two model. Okay. If you buy online now, they allow you to say standard delivery. Standard delivery, it actually means they will process the order from their Shah Alam warehouse and ship to the physical Watson location, right, that you decide to pick up from. It means the shipping charges still apply unless you purchase more than 100 ringgit. Okay. Then they have this express delivery. Express delivery, it comes in two kind of format. One is they let you self pick up at store. Of course, it's free, but it also means they need to have the ability to display the inventory, right, at that particular store in real time. And the fulfillment will be done by the staff at that particular store. And secondly, they also allow express delivery. And so far, what I found out is, because I tried it out, they are using Grab to deliver the product if you want it on the same day under the express delivery category. Okay, so try it out. It's an interesting experience. There are some of the better ones to do this. And as far as collect point is concerned, I love the Watson experience, because if I buy things there, I don't need to show card. I don't want to bring so many cards. If you ask me, I only want to bring my phone out and my power bank out only nowadays. And if they always ask me, right, so sir, are you a membership here? I hope that I just tell them my phone number. They can find my details. Then they record my purchase now. They give me the points, right, that I want to earn, that I can redeem for 10 ringgit voucher or redeem for money later, right? It will always keep me come back. So these are one of the better experience one in terms of how they run Omnichannel. And the other actually player will be Uniqlo, if you ask me. So download the thing, go and try out. I'm very sure you are already an offline customer, but I'm not too sure if you already purchased something from them online or not. Try out, then you'll find out, how this is being done. Because they really one of the more successful one in doing this. They spend a lot of resources doing this as well. Okay. Then quick commerce. Okay. So these quick commerce things, right, has been, a very popular startup team, right, around the world for the past 2-3 years, right. But you talk about quick commerce alone, basically imagine that most of them, they are selling grocery items, right? Either food or grocery or fresh produce, right? if you order from them, and a lot of them are actually mobile first, right? They promise a delivery to your place in 30 minutes or less. Yeah, this sounds like crazy, right? But this is the KPI, what they're trying to do here. You know, so it happened in US, it happened in India, it happened in some of the developed countries. Okay. And obviously, if you talk about quick commerce in terms of local context, I would like to, lower down the barrier a bit, not 30 minutes. How about same-day delivery, right? Well, obviously, this kind of need has grown exponentially, especially thanks to COVID. And COVID, actually has forced a transformation of lifestyle and our behavior. Okay, they actually even shifted, right? Now, auntie also know what is a QR code. They know how to scan a QR code as well, right? I mean, grandma, not just auntie. So, a few things I want you to think of is when it comes to quick commerce, right? The kind of product that you are selling, do your customer have this kind of needs? So you can learn from a few things. You look at Grandma, they listed. Of course, the share price didn't do well, right? Because they lose a lot of money. But one thing they did do is they acquired Jaya Grocer. Okay, if you go to Jaya Grocer shop now, it actually practically belongs to Grab. In case you don't know. As for Panda Mart, they've been growing exponentially using a dark store. Okay, basically imagine dark store is just like a retail store, but they don't allow walk-in one. It's basically a warehouse. Okay, open as a retail area, shop block area, which is very near to the customer they want to serve one. Okay, that's a dark store. And last but not least, think of Lalamove. How it can fit into a business. Does your customer actually have this need, right, for same-day delivery? And how you can utilize this network, integrating into it, allowing you to do the kind of service, right, that you wouldn't be able to do without. Okay. And some example, if you haven't seen the Panda Mart dark store before, sometimes you pass through, right? I purposely visit some of the store I want to go in, they don't allow me. But it's not dark color, it's inside it's just a warehouse, but it's for their own riders, right, to pick products, to send to all the customers that's ordered via their Foodpanda app. Okay, so what is actually certain? Remember, people don't care about online or offline anymore, right? Is there any channel, social media, metaverse, when a lot of people flock there, their time spent there, if you want to reach out to them, you have to sell there, right? So that's why we always preach, right? Sell where your customer are, and you don't have to actually separate it, because as far as you are concerned, right? Customer is everything, okay? And let's come to the end of my sharing already. Just want to share with you this, what Jack Ma said, right? Forget about your competitor, okay? Just focus on your customer. And why? Because customers, right, is at the centers of this omnichannel world. That's all. Thank you for your time. If you have any further questions, right, you can directly reach out to me. Email me at adrian@zetpy.com, or you can WhatsApp our sales team, right, Kelly, Takwai, or Pigeon, or drop us an email at sales@zetpy.com as well. Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Yeah, thank you, Adrian. Thanks, Adrian, for the very wonderful presentation. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's welcome our next presenter, Sean from Xilnex. He's actually the business development manager from Xilnex. Okay, and his topic will be how Xilnex Cloud Post simplify and turbocharge retail growth for brick-and-mortar stores. Okay, so during the presentation, if the participants here, if you guys have any question, feel free to put your question at the Q&A box or at the chat box. So after our presentation ends, Sean will answer your question. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then we can start. Yeah. Sean, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you, Minjun. Thank you, Adrian, for the very experiential sharing. Okay, I don't have a slide to introduce myself like Adrian did, but never mind, just treat me like an ordinary person. The key important thing is how we're gonna share to you, right, through our Xilnex ecosystem, business solution, how we can actually help you to simplify or turbocharge your retail growth. So turbocharge seems to be like a heavy word, but of course, if you think about it, all right, if you have three key elements ready, for instance, the manpower, which is your strong team and your good leadership, and you have good hardware, then with software part, then I think it can actually help achieve this turbocharge. So today, I will not be speaking about the manpower side and the hardware side, but I'm more so speaking on behalf of the software side. Okay, just a little bit of the introduction of Xilnex, or we call Bytes. So Bytes is actually the company name. Then Xilnex is our solution name. So we actually established in the year of 2007. Then we have a HQ in Penang. Then we have branch in KL. So the company is still considered quite young, even actually younger than me. I'm 40 this year already, but my company is a lot younger than me. And we have actually a lot of good achievements over these years now. So first of all is that you see the achievements over here. We have a lot of Microsoft award being won. All right. The most noticeable one is the Microsoft ISV Partner of the Year on 2019. In fact, we actually got it for 2 years, 2019 and 2020. So for Microsoft side, they only select one partner, one ISV Partner of the Year in one country per year. So gladly, Xilnex is able to make it for 2 years. So other than that, Xilnex is also part of under this Malaysia Digital Economic Corporation, we call it MDEC. We are the approved technology solution provider that actually help the SMEs to allow them to actually digitalize their system in their stores with subsidies from the government. Okay. Then in terms for Xilnex side, right, on the staff strength, we have approximately about 150 headcounts. Then we are quite development centric. So out of 150 headcounts, we have 60 to 70% are from development team. Right now, they are already accumulated more than 17,000 POS terminals are running on Xilnex, and we have transacted over billions of dollars annually. Then our business is not just in Malaysia. We have deployment beyond Malaysia in countries like Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, Cambodia, Canada, Australia, Mauritius, Sri Lanka, and more. Okay, so this would actually be a portfolio of the brands that currently Xilnex is serving. So the slide here is not actually to shout to everyone that, hey, we have this big brand or that big brand, but it's more so to actually share to everyone that if you look at the entire brands here, they are a mixture of companies from different industries. Probably we have those tea life like a bubble tea shop. We have My Maidin as a grocer. We have Yao Yao as a yogurt shop. We have pharmacies. We have fashion retail, etc. So this is actually to share that Xilnex system is actually one system that have a retail ERP kind of a concept that it actually fulfills to multiple industries. It's not limited to one single industry only. So this would be the functional overview that Xilnex has. So we actually aim to achieve 4 key objectives with our users. So first of all is profitability. So in profitability, we have additional functions like CRM, loyalty mobile app, online ordering, prepaid wallet, front end, and marketing vouchers. So these are the part that actually help you to build your businesses when you're on board with Xilnex system. Then second part is on efficiency, where we have modules like fraud controlling, on the go reporting, inventory management, e-ordering, and distribution pick and pack modules that actually help you to set up a proper operational flow in your company while you're on board with Xilnex system. So third is actually scalability. So we are actually running on a cloud-based backend of Microsoft Azure. So if you have the concern that, oh, if I come on board with Xilnex, I'm a single store, but I intend to actually grow up to like maybe a few hundred or few thousand stores in a long run, can you actually handle the database? So we can tell you that rest assured that with Microsoft Azure as a cloud-based backend, so we are definitely confident to handle your requirements if you grow with us. In fact, on our site, we have actually customers that actually have more than 700 to 800 outlets on board with Xilnex, and many of them are actually 3-digit outlets in Malaysia and other overseas countries. We also have the open API architecture. This open API architecture actually allows the Xilnex system to be integrated with third-party solutions because we just handle mainly the business solution part. So we do not have accounting, we do not have HRMS, we do not have WMS, or probably if you are looking at certain enterprise company, they may actually have existing ERP that they are already using. So they would want the data from the POS to actually flow to them smoothly. So because of this open API architecture, we are able to actually link to third-party solution and make a complete smooth flow between for data flowing between different systems. Last but not least, we also aim to actually achieve reliability. Reliability as in initiatively, our company will actually see what are the needs of the business or business solutions or post or front-end solution users in the market. For instance, like accounting integration or payment terminals and e-wallet readiness. So we will actually see that which are the popular accounting software. For instance, right now, our system is integrated with SQL accounting. So any SQL accounting users which would like to onboard with Xilnex as a front-end POS, they can actually directly do the integration without any additional charges. Same goes to payment terminals and e-wallets. Probably 10 years back, when we speak about e-wallets, many of us say, I don't really use it. Even for me, even I think for the past 5 years, I'm not an active user for e-wallets. But look at now, I think every store that we went, we can see a lot of QR placed over there. We can see a lot of them that, do you want to pay with e-wallet? Can enjoy certain benefits from there. So for this scenario, initiatively, Xilnex will actually integrate with those popular e-wallets that are already in the market. This actually helps the business owner to save a lot of costs. So imagine if you're running on a legacy system, so when you need to actually customize or integrate to additional new solutions or software, you probably need to pay heavy cost to do so. But with Xilnex, since we are doing it initiatively and we actually provide constant update, as long as you are updated with the latest version, then you will be able to enjoy all this new up-to-date features absolutely free with the existing subscription fee. Of course, last but not least, there are concerns from many companies saying that, hey, I like your system, but there are certain flows or certain features in your system that may not be able to fulfill my need. Are you open for customization? We can actually frankly tell you, yes, we are not just open for customization. We are also open for professional turnkey. So long that the flow makes sense and also have logic, then we will actually consider to do it. Of course, it may come with charges, but we also don't position ourselves as just a front-end business solution provider. We want to go ahead for that, becoming your technology partner, so we can actually achieve advanced development as well. So it means if you actually have some idea or certain solutions that you can't find in the market or probably too expensive to own, then you want to explore with developer to build them, you can consider that to discuss with us. So probably we can speak of it on the feasibility of doing or achieving it, then probably share the cost to you. If you found it okay, then you can engage us to become your advanced development for any software or solution that you intended to do. So first, the key objective is profitability. So the front-end solution is actually not is quite multiple usage. So it's not restricted to just a simple cash machine that help you print receipt. We have front-end solution that supports retail. So general retail, for instance, like pharmacies, fashion stores, right, grocery, mini market. Basically, our front-end retail module are able to handle that. We also have the dine-in kind of module to attend for the restaurant businesses. So means if you wanted to have operations like people come in, they don't pay first, probably they look at the menu or they scan certain QR on the table to place their order for the food, then they check out as they leave. Yes, we have that. If you're looking about, oh, I'm actually a quick serve, I probably don't have any table management. I have just a simple store that I sell immediate food, I collect cash, then you just leave. Yes, we have the quick serve module as well. And of course, we do have the business to business module at the same time. So business to business module probably is not just simply about printing a simple receipt. It's probably looking about preparing certain sales order, preparing sales invoices in an A4 company and selling from company to company. So our front-end solution is able to handle this also. So on the business to business part, not just selling to direct companies, even if you're running on a franchise module, where if you sell internally to your franchisees, right, this kind of handling can be achieved within Xilnex as well. Okay, then we have the CRM. So like I mentioned, we not just attend or handle only simple receipt printing. So we have CRM that once you were on board with Xilnex directly, immediately from the system, you can start to build your customer contacts and build the membership within the same system. So you can actually, once you build the customer contact, you can actually then going through the reports and start to study your customer spending behavior. So once you assess the past purchases, you know what kind of item this customer usually purchases. So you know that if you do any promotion on this group of customers who frequently purchase these items, you can actually have all this data in Xilnex and achieve it. Then once you have the analytics of your customer spending, probably you wanted to consider to have membership program. All right. So membership program is probably when they become your member, they are actually entitled for tight benefits like additional discounts or certain seasonal things. They enjoy certain benefit. So this kind of benefits can be tied to your member to in order to enhance loyalty and increase the returning of customers. So nowadays we know retail are pretty challenging and competitive. So everyone, like Adrian said earlier, try to focus on your customers, not focusing on your competitor. So you may wanted to consider to utilize this CRM module in the system here, in Xilnex system here.
That one say by Jack Ma, not me.
Never mind, it's indirectly said by you. So you are my master seafood today. So by the membership program, right, you can actually enhance the loyalty and increase returning customers. So if you want to reach a further level, you probably can start to design membership tiering with point factors. So if you have internal SOP to set like 1 cent as 1 point, 1 ringgit as 1 point, 3 ringgit as 1 point, you can have that achieved in Xilnex system. All right, you can create different tiering. Like let's say if I'm 1,000 points users accumulated, I'm under bronze level. If I exceeded bronze, I go to silver. It's 1,000 points and above. Yes, you can have all these things set in the system as well. And most importantly is those points those accumulated points. If you're concerned that the points doesn't actually create the urgency for the customers to return, then probably you may want to set some expiry on the points. So let's say if I am actually a 1,000 point user at bronze level, as long as I achieve more than 1,000, so my membership automatically upgrade. But if I have this silver membership, which my points stay stagnant for that, I didn't come back for a while. So the membership then the points then will expire and actually downgrade this membership of this member. So all this CRM module is already within the system in Xilnex. So once you actually have a good quality of customer database and you have started to expand your businesses, probably you're not looking at one outlet right now, I could be like a few hundred outlets nationwide, then you might wanted to actually consider to engage closer with your customer by reaching out them through their mobile phone. So mobile smartphone is very common. I mean, most of us, any of us, even like Adrian said earlier, any grandmother, ama can use a mobile phone to scan QR and start to do ordering. Yeah, so we can actually target the users by having a mobile loyalty app for them. So we have internal team, UI, UX designer, right, iOS and Android developer that can build a loyalty app for customers from the scratch. All right, and it is not actually a duplicated template where, let's say, if I'm brand A, then I'm already using Xilnex loyalty app. Then brand B wanted to use, you just copy from the same template or replicate it. So it doesn't go this way. For our side, responsibly, we help you to build the app from the scratch. So basically, we have team to study on your probably brand identity, your company philosophy, business direction. So the design will go according to that direction, so that when you have your app launched in the Apple Store market or Play Store market, people can identify it. I mean, you through your brand identity. Then of course, people are saying that I have smartphone, but I do not like to actually store a lot of apps in my phone. It's eating up my storage. I want to do selfie, take photo more. All right, I do not want to download any apps. So sticking on this trend or riding on this trend that we see the importance of certain customers or members that does not want to download any app into their smartphone, we have actually developed a new product called the Xilnex Loyalty Lite. So it is like a web-based kind of loyalty app, all right, where you go to web, then you can actually log in, then you can actually access to information like your member info, your points, what are the news, what are the promotions of the merchants, then probably you can also see what are your entitlement benefits over there. So riding on this trend that their users or their possibility users may not want to have too many applications installed in their phone, we already have this kind of development ready to attend to this requirement. So rest assured that if you are actually on board with Xilnex, we are actually aiming for future proof, and our constant updates and our constant development are actually aimed to provide the latest technology to you. All right. So now I would like to speak a bit on online ordering. Yeah, probably the system is installed on offline. All right, and main topic is turbocharge your retail growth. But let's not forget the importance of online ordering. So online ordering, this piece of cake, right? Actually, I think 5-10 years back, we can always see that, hey, how are you doing your business? Are you going online? Yeah. I'm preparing online. Probably I do a website. I can go Facebook. I will share posts on the news on my products on my shop. But then the actual test that actually comes in place happens during the COVID pandemic MCO time. So during the pandemic time, most of us are having restriction, like let's say business hours can actually open up to like 8 p.m. only. All right. Then we have travel restriction that you cannot go further than 10 kilometers. You need to pass through roadblocks, get checks, etc. Then you can probably travel out in a single person. So a lot of retail was being impacted during that moment. All right. Many of them was actually proven they are not ready to go online. All right. Basically, when there were no crowd that visited their stores during the pandemic, basically the business, many of them closed down, or they actually facing the situation that probably even 90% drop of sales. So during that period, Xilnex did a very important move to develop an online ordering. So what's so special on this online ordering is we call it the Xilnex Live Order. So with sufficient information, for instance, like item name, item photo, the prices, the promotion, things that you want to run on it. If you have all this information collected completely, in as short as 4 hours time, we are able to build you a personalized web store. So how does this personalized web store actually look? So basically, it actually runs on the web. So you do not require your customer to download the app in order to come to your store. Just give them a link. Either you generate a QR code, or either you forward them in WhatsApp in the link, so they actually click on it and directly accessing to your web store. So you will have personalized identity. For instance, your brand abc.placeorder.my or .tapao.my. So there are these two domains that Xilnex has already registered, and we will be allowing you to, the merchants to use it. So once you have your own shop link, then you can start to build the content within your online store, like you're putting in your logo. Then we even have a banner area that you can actually show any current running promotions or any news. Then you actually move to the part where the services that are available in the online store. So we can cover services, for instance, like delivery, self pickup, all right, or dine in. Right now, since the market is already open, you can do dine in, or even drive through pickup. Notice that during the MCO part, many of us does not want to ride or go into the mall, but then we wanted to purchase something from the mall. So this drive-through pickup concept has also developed or also come up to a trend that it happens during the pandemic. So we also have that in our system. Okay. Then once the customer access to the online web store link, right, you then actually see that if you have multiple stores, it's actually tied to a Google API. Then you actually recommend the nearest stores to your location. So you'll be able to identify, oh, this is the nearest one to me. So I just click on it, I order from the store. So I don't need to drive so far in order to enjoy or purchase my things. All right. Then we even actually support pre-order up to 30 days. So if you are a shop or a business that actually have goods or take in pre-orders, we support as long as up to 30 days of pre-order period. All right. So this feature availability will help you to actually collect your orders in advance, then procure your ingredients and prepare them. All right. Of course, if you want to do it instantaneously, you can actually set time interval in the system. Let's say 15 minutes is the interval of each ordering, or half an hour, 1 hour. You can do so and it is achievable from the system. Okay. Then you can actually have category tabs. So this category tabs, you probably can prioritize. Let's say if you have any special offer or promotion item running, right, just actually put it as a first step. So from the smartphone, you just need to click on it, it will direct you to the right category. All right. So in terms of item, whether things that runs on promotion, the item description, even enlarged size of photo, once you click on a photo, these are also available in the comprehensive live order of Xilnex. Okay. Then for F&B customers, you can also be ready that the modifiers are also available in the online ordering. So which means if you sell food, probably they have top-up toppings or they need to select cold or hot options. These are also ready in the system. Okay, so in terms of merchant-wise, for merchant, they will also have a platform to actually monitor or seeing their orders. So this one will actually run on an Android mobile application called F&B Go. So when merchant, they actually install this app. So any incoming online orders, they can basically monitor it on the cell phone easily, all right, just like Grab, okay? Then you can also see all the incoming orders, all right, what are the things, detail of the orders, detail of the customers in case if you need to reach them out. Then you can even have things like the delivery remarks, all right, or any customer remarks. Then you can also update the status of the order. Let's say the order has come in, then you actually receive ready. You just update the status here. Yes, order received. Then the customer on another end, they will see what is the status of the order that they placed, all right? When you're prepared, when you're ready for pickup, when it is collected ready, yeah, you basically update them. Then on another end, the end user will directly see all this. Okay, then for the Xilnex Live Order, it also supports promotions. So it has promotion capability that if you do buy one free one, if you spend above 100 ringgit, then it actually gets a certain percentage of discount. And probably you wanted to go up to the trend by providing certain promo code like free delivery, etc. You can also have that ready in the through our online ordering. Then one unique promotion feature that we wanted to highlight here is actually the online cashback. So you can actually allow merchants to set from 5 and up to 10% of cashback. So what is the use of this cashback? So most of us, when we try to do, or most of the business person or merchants, when they try to do promotions, probably on the social network, they may spend money by boosting an ad, or they may spend certain marketing expense in order to drive or get their content, reach out to their target audiences. But the return is always not guaranteed. And many of them basically are actually have wasted or misspent the money due to this marketing effort. So this online cashback, right, appears to be a more economical promotion way to help you to pitch on your clients, all right? So how it works is that when the customer comes to spend in your shop for the first time, then they can start to actually accumulate the cashback. So once they do any purchases, and the cashback will directly recorded, but it will not be allowing them to directly utilize it. They need to utilize it on the next visit. Okay, so as you can see, okay, I have this accumulated of cashback. So on my next purchases, so when I come to your store again, I want to utilize my cashback. So just by a simple identification of phone number and PIN number, I can already claim my cashback. So you won't need to worry that this cashback is being abused or taken by another person. All right, yeah. So it will show you the availability and how many of them are actually expiring. And last but not least, if once it's actually been redeemed, then it will also show you it's successful. All right. So this online cashback thing, right, is one economical marketing way to promote the business. Why would I say that? Is because all those accumulated cashback, basically, you don't lose this money until the customer claim it. So if the promotion is deemed effective, all right, good, you have returning business. But if the promotion or the marketing is deemed ineffective, where they didn't come back, this cashback basically will fall back to the merchant. So in a way, you actually save some marketing cost from there. You don't need to worry that, oh, I spent already this cost. I wanted to attract them to be back, but then they didn't come back. I spent already initially. So don't worry on that. Cashback, it gives you this flexibility. Okay. So
I have a quick question. Sorry to interrupt. Like the cashback one, I would like to know is what is the different cashback and points then redeem for cash, as far from your professional view on this is concerned.
Okay. I think points is probably they need to accumulate to a certain extent. Let's say maybe 10,000 points, 100,000 points. Probably they need to spend thousands in order to actually have these points accumulated. Then they need to claim certain benefit. But for cashback, any immediate amount that you spend, right, you get immediate amount. Let's say 10 ringgit, you get 5%, it's about 5 cents. So the next time you come back, you can already redeem 5 cents. So it still make a certain justification of value over there. All right. So you enjoy the benefit earlier rather than you need to accumulate a lot.
And you also might give
because if you go to general stores,
no,
yep, you see?
no, I mean the cashback also give the customer like this value is actually cash I can use. Sometimes they don't know like how many points change to how much equivalent of money they can use, or even voucher.
Probably, yeah. I mean, voucher is another set. Voucher is one of the supported module or promotion capability in Xilnex. But online cashback is another additional promotion mechanism that we are providing to the merchant in order to help them to actually build a better promotions to attract back customers.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yep. So the online ordering does not actually stop at just a promotion site. So let's say if I am in the scenario, because like right now, work from home, I am a person that work on phone at most of the time. Okay. So I also sometimes, especially I very gassy. I'm scared of death. I'm scared of COVID. So I actually try my best not to go out to buy food, but then I want things to be delivered for me. So other than Grab and Foodpanda options, now we have Xilnex providing you to any merchants that run on board on our online ordering or live order. They'll be able to have integrated delivery partners like Panago, Teleport, Boso, which is actually used to known as Mr. Speedy, and the most famous one right now, Lalamove. So these delivery services, right, we have already ensured the integration and ensured that they are available in the major cities. So in the nationwide. So merchants from nationwide that actually on board with our online ordering, our live order, they can actually have this delivery enabled in their site and have the customers or tap on the customers that not just on their stores and also out of the stores. And another thing that are important is actually the integrated payment gateway. So during the pandemic period, we see a lot of sad news. Unfortunately, there are this kind of people or flaker, I would call them, that actually place order. Hi, I want 50 packs of chicken rice. Then in the end, I didn't turn up and I didn't make any payment. So the merchant prepared the 50 packs of chicken rice, but then the customer, unfortunately, in Guangdong, right, didn't turn up. So as such, they are making losses. They can try to sell, but it's not a prepared fresh food. Then they have a risk of actually having wastage or losses. So in our online order or live order, we enforce payment first, all right? And we not just restrict to a single payment mode. So regardless, it is a credit card, it is a debit card, it is FPX or the major e-wallets in Malaysia. Basically, you can check out payment with all these methods from our online ordering. So this online ordering or Xilnex live order is already comprehensive enough over this 1 or 2 years of development. It is already comprehensive enough to handle all the small, medium merchants kind of operations when they wanted to go online. Okay, now I would like to speak a bit on the promotion engine. So promotion engine, so it's not just restricted on the online order. So basically, if you have offline stores that runs on our systems, so immediately, if you are a simple stores, do not want to go through complicating promotion setup, so you can directly in our system, our application, directly set all these things like SMS marketing, seasonal prices. Let's say if Hari Raya just passed, I can actually do Raya season sales, Raya season prices. Then I can actually create coupon and vouchers over here. So probably coupon vouchers can be a bit outdated, but sometimes it can still be very effective. So in the sense that if you create vouchers, you tie to serial numbers, then you can measure. I have 1,000 vouchers issued. So how many of them came back? You can then measure the effectiveness of this promotion to better help you to justify what are the next promotions to be launched. So of course, you can handle consignment, all right, staff claim, all right, and other things. So these are pretty much the simpler promotion settings that are available in the application. But let's say if one day you have grown up to a nationwide business, all right, you have outlets across the peninsula and East Malaysia, then you wanted to set one promotion from one place and then to sync down to all your outlets to enjoy the same promotion, you can actually you can actually go through our promotion engine from the web, all right? So you just need to go through 3 simple steps. First is to set up the promotional rules, then creating the campaign, then scan the items, enable the items to be able to scan in the post. So once you create a campaign, right, you can actually name them easy identifying is like buy one free one, 2 for 800, 5% discount, then with all the description. Then you can also set like, okay, my region in Klang Valley is good enough. Probably the sales in the northern regions is slightly poor in rural area. So I want this promotion to run on those branches. Yes, you can actually configure that through Xilnex. Then you can have a start and ending period. Then in the event that on the rules, all right, so noticeable that many businesses, especially though with few thousand or 10,000s of SKU, they may have 2 items or multiple items, all right, clash with promotion. Probably generally, these are my stock item. I will run long-term promotions. But maybe in Raya, just past, all right, Raya, I have additional promotion from there. All right, then no worries. Do not worry that the system will not be able to identify which promotion or which important one to pick up. You can set internal SOP by fixing which are the priority level. Let's say if general promotions is priority level 1, then special or seasonal is promotion priority level 3. So with this SOP defined, once you set, so you will ensure that the actual promo or the most current promo are being run. All right. So this would be the promotion engine. So we more so end on the part on the profitability side, and now we want to, I would like to share in terms of efficiency how Xilnex system can actually help you to achieve operational efficiency. So first of all, we have fraud control. I think fraud control is pretty common for retailers. All right, we can actually ensure we have the best system, the best hardware. Right, the bosses doesn't change, right, with their best effort. But we sometimes cannot control our staff behavior, all right? So we have actually the risk or the risk that retailers, the cashiers steal cash and run away. So how we can actually help you prevent, all right? We can't tell you that 100% we will help you eliminate, but with our experience throughout this year's handling many retailers, so we developed permission settings to limit the cashier that are unable to do sales cancellation, So when they are unable to do sales cancellation, they cannot be paying hanky-panky ways like I collect cash from this customer, all right, they purchase the goods. So let's say he left already, all right, then I cancel the sales. The stock went back to the system, physically it's gone. The cash went into the pocket, all right. So when you are limiting the cashier unable to do sales cancellation, and then they need supervisor's consent or password to actually cancel it. So basically you eliminate this possibility, or you actually reduce the risk on this part, okay? Then if you are concerned that, hey, my supervisor, let's say he's on leave, then how? Don't worry, we are able to have remote permission that are able to generate a temporary password for the during the supervisor's absence. So when he or she is absent, or when the person who have the authority to actually give the password is absent, they can actually do it remotely. So I do not need to be there. So if you need a generate one for you, then the password will active for maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, so that the cashier cannot consistently to use this password to do cash stealing. Then we can also have settings to set triggering of notifications on suspicious activity. For instance, let's say if the cashier drawer without any sales transaction, people are canceling. People are opening the cash drawer. So let's say if in half an hour it happens 3 or 5 times, you can set this kind of behavior to trigger some alert or notification to the supervisors or to the owners, so that they know which particular store, which particular cashier machine the drawer keeps opening. Then you can probably check back the CCTV and see if there are any hanky-panky things that happen there. Then you can do the police report on that. All right. And talking about CCTV, we are also integrated with certain security CCTV cameras that have the text overlay insertion feature. So what is this text overlay insertion? It basically refers to like, it actually fire out certain command to the CCTV camera during sales are being done. All right. Imagine if you have store running for like 10 hours. So if you are suspecting particular cashier was actually having hanky-panky things, and you need to go through 10 hours of video sync, then it can be quite painful. If you fast forward, you're afraid that you miss out something. But usually this kind of fraud happen when sales happen. So you can actually use this text overlay insertion feature. Just go to those period or the timing where sales are being done. Then you can actually see if there were any suspicious activity happen over there, right? So these are some of the fraud control feature they are already in Xilnex. So next is on reporting side. Okay, so on reporting side, we basically have two methods. So first of all, it's actually through the your mobile cell phone. One mobile cell phone that everyone is carrying. Then second one is actually on the web. So we have this app called Xilnex on the Move, which are able to be downloaded from whether Apple Store or Android Store. So any customers that were actually on board with Xilnex, they are free to download this app and they can immediately log in to check the sales information or other information within the app in a dashboard manner. Of course, we don't expect to have very, very detailed in numbers kind of information, but we, due to achieving the objective of mobile friendly, it is actually in dashboard and it is mostly in the bar or table kind of form, all right? But then from there, you are still able to see if you are setting any sales target, then you want to see specific location or entire location, what are the sales achieved against your revenue targets, all right? So in the middle of a month, probably you see, oh, the sales is not that up to pace. I may wanted to do promotion, or probably you may see, oh, few branch are performing, few are not. Maybe on those branch you wanted to justify or want to do some promotion over there. Yes. So with proper usage of this analytics, you can then plan ahead how to actually manage all this risk, right? Then we move to the reporting on the web. All right. Our web reporting basically is very, very comprehensive. All right. It is actually running on a pivot on the cloud kind of concept. So what do you mean pivot on the cloud? Okay, pivot on the cloud means that once you generate out a report, all right, from the, okay, as you see from here, we have standard templates, right? So once you generate out this data, probably you might see that in standard template, the information are probably insufficient. I wanted to add or see more things. Can I do so? Yes, basically you can do that. So from this screen here, probably the button a bit small, show more fields. So whichever transacted data, for instance, let's say you have sales over here, but you do not have customer name, or you can't differentiate are they members or not members, you can, from the add more fields column, just click and pull the members information or tab into the report, and immediately it will generate this report with that additional information. Then if you have the concern that, hey, I wanted to save this template, I mean, this is template of how I'm viewing the reporting. Yes, you can actually save them under the defined reports. So you have general reports, which are already templates provided from Xilnex. You can have defined reports where reporting are customized against your requirement or how you view it in your company. You can have that. So this report can be easily exported, whether in Excel or PDF format. And it also shows you some graph information if you need to present them to the top or higher level management, all right? Then the web reporting does not stop just here, all right? Other than providing you this comprehensive or detailed data, we also take into consideration on how we can actually conveniently let, especially the top management, to access to this kind of important data. Probably you can't, if you are running on an organization, a big organization, or if you are the business owner yourself, where most of the time you need to spend time to manage the business, you do not want to sometimes spend time to go to www.something.com, then log in, key in password to pull out the report. So with that scenario, we eliminate it by providing the function called autoresponder, all right? So with the autoresponder function, which are already ready in Xilnex, we can set certain reports and specific time. For instance, every Friday, 10 p.m. So report A, report B, report C will be sent to CEO and CFO. So you can set all this report in our autoresponder function. So all these key important recipients, they will get this information at the desired time. So they do not need to spend time to go into the internet, go to log in, go to check. You don't need that, all right? And we also bring it up to a further level. So we need to keep information or data in the system, all right, at least 7 years for audit purposes. So when you actually have data stored a lot, all right, probably when you call out reportings, depends on internet speed. Sometimes it may take a while. But certain key reports, you need to see it almost instantaneously. We also developed this feature called ETL, right? ETL reporting, extract, transport, transform, and load. So this ETL reporting feature, you pack those particular important reports that the key recipients needs to see, all right, at certain place from our system. So at the desired timing, the report, if you wanted to call out manually, if you wanted to send, right, it will be able to ensure at the soonest or shortest time, they'll be able to receive it. So all these considerations are being taken care from Xilnex while developing all these functionalities. So other than reporting, we also have inventory management. Okay, so for inventory management, we have quite multiple modules over there. So basically, on inventory management, you can store information like vendor information. So that when you procure things to your supplier, dedicated supplier, you can have their records and you can generate the PO directly from this Xilnex, right? You're not required to sign up a different system or manually maintain a different system or do manual work to issue purchase order, all right? So once you issued the purchase order from the system, you can do receiving, all right? You can even check previous purchase costs, all right? So this has helped you to decide, this supplier price has already gone up, or what was my previous purchase cost and what is now? Is it raised? If it is raised, then should I rework on my pricing so that you can ensure that your profitability of the business or from the revenue is there? Okay. Then we also have inventory functions like e-ordering. So e-ordering refers to internal outlet stock-to-stock transfer. So whether it's from outlet requesting to headquarters, warehouse, or even the distribution center, or whether it's outlet requesting from outlets. So these are already featured in the system. Why would I say outlet to outlet? Because sometimes maybe I'm in Shah Alam, all right. The warehouse is actually in another state, all right. But then I need this stock or sales immediately, or in the shortest time or in the same day. Then I can actually seek help from nearby branch. Let's say Shah Alam, but Shalmei branch, they have stock. Immediately can do this kind of stock requesting part. Then you can ensure that revenue are being secured. Okay. So we also have things on stock. We also have features like reorder point under this stock replenishment part. So reorder point is a feature within our inventory management that helps you to identify which are the items that you do not want to overstock and which are the items that you wanted to maintain some minimum stock level. So in the event that it drops, all right, to the minimum required stock, then while you call out the item, the coloring of this item basically changes. Then you can have a preset suggested order quantity formula within the reorder point. Then the replenishment work can be done within the system as well. So in terms for inventory management, we also have things like wastage adjustment, all right. Then we also have distribution module where if you are running a single company, but then you're supplying to multiple dealers, so you can actually make use of our distribution module. One item in, I have allocation, let's say customer A10, customer B20, you can fully use our inventory our distribution module to actually fulfill all this allocation in a more simpler way. Okay, the system also comes with stock take function, all right, and stock cut and stock adjustment. Okay, so without needing the operation staff to do a lot of manual work, basically from the system is already achievable. So you can actually set stock take, all right, directly from the system or through mobile devices. So all the stock take data, right, you actually synchronize back to the system and do a comparison within the system data as well as your stock take result. Then you do your adjustment. So in the event, if you are concerned that, my operation may be affected, can I do some partial part or specific segment that I want to do stock take, certain area are open? Yes, you can achieve that by our stock take by segment as well. So all these inventory management features actually made a lot of retailers or business owners to actually smoothen their operational flow. Because if you have just a front-end post or system or business solution just to handle the sales part, But if it doesn't have this kind of a function, or if you need to sign up different system, so it can be involving a lot of manual work. But in our business ecosystem environment, we have all this ready. So it's within the same database. You are not required to do any additional integration to achieve that. So on retail side, I think, or F&B side, more so we have already covered. Now I would like to share a bit on the F&B add-ons. So F&B add-ons, it means actually the additional solutions that we have for food and beverage. So this is our full-fledged F&B solution, all right? So we've spoken about the contactless ordering, which is the online order or Xilnex Live order earlier. We've spoken a bit about the loyalty apps, so I won't touch on that. So I will speak mainly on two items here. So we have kitchen display system. So kitchen display system is like this add-on is like a system where if you go to any fast food chain that you place order, then you were wondering that, hey, how come? Sometimes I did wonder before I know the system. The cashier key in the order, but how does the people from the kitchen know what to prepare? So basically, kitchen display system, or we call it KDS, allow the order to fire directly to the kitchen. Then the kitchen crew were able to see what are the incoming orders. So what are the sets, what are the combo, or what are the items that I need to prepare. So whichever things that are items that I see over there, I know, okay, if this set consists of item ABC, I'll get the right mix. So it's basically helping you to control that. So once this goods or this food is already ready, all right, then you can actually bump the order and start to prepare the next one. Okay. Then this KDS also brings you to another part, which we call QMS, which is under as the same solution. So in front, there will be a screen that will call up the number. Number 330 is being prepared. You can pick your order. All right. So this is already covered within our KDS. Then we also have a very good, I would say, testimonial from T-Life Malaysia. Mr. Brian Lu at the Vulcan Post in the May of 2019. He did complimented before that through the KDS system from Xilnex, we have actually successfully helped reduce their 28-day training program for their front-end staff to a 7-day. Imagine 4 times lesser. So why is this KDS important is that imagine retail stores turnover are sometimes pretty high. We can't deny that, right? People come and go very fast. So when newcomers come in, you need to retrain again. So imagine if you need to get them to actually familiarize with your SOP without system help. So it definitely needs to go through a lot of painful human error before one learns. But with the KDS component in our site, it basically help any newcomer to see clearly what are the things that they need to do, what are the steps they need to follow. So this, in a way, complemented a lot of F&B customers. So if you were to consider running on our F&B business, so if you wanted all these benefits to be achieved, yes, you can consider our kitchen display system as well. So we also have this self-ordering kiosk. So self-ordering kiosk is pretty common right now. Although people are talking that, oh, I don't want contactless, I don't want to scroll, I'm scared. But then when we go to places like McDonald's, etc., people are being enforced to use the self-ordering kiosk to do their orders already. So this solution is also part of the offerings that we made available in our F&B add-on. Right? It basically helps you to capture a different crowd that probably does not want to go to the cashier side. Maybe they just want to try the machine, see what are the things they have, or they don't want to look at the menu just like that. All right. So we have this solution ready as well. Then we have some quality deployments, for instance, like Santan by Asia. Then T-Live, certain outlets that are using our self-ordering kiosk, including in Mary Brown. So these are also a proven success model or success solution that we have deployed already in Malaysia. Okay, so we more so cover the profitability part as well as the efficiency part. Now I go a bit on the scalability side. So scalability side actually refers to the open API architecture. Of course, I did mention earlier, we run on Microsoft Azure. So whether you are a single outlet or you have a multi-store that you are concerned on databases, don't worry, we have actually taken that care and it's already been proven. But if you are onboarding, if you're onboarded with a third-party system and you wanted to actually onboard with Xilnex now, we need integration. Rest assured that we have this open API architecture and we have live experiences integrated whether with ERP, finance system, all right, WMS, all right, and even our e-commerce, all right. So all this are already being tested and being done with some of the existing clients on our site. So if you have this concern that can Xilnex gel with your current ecosystem in your management, don't worry, our open API architecture can handle that. And also thanks to the open API architecture, we are then also have the integration directly with Zetpy, like Adrian mentioned earlier. So I won't be talking too much or sharing too much on the Zetpy side from here right now, but also I'll leave it to Minjun, my partner Minjun later, to share how the existing integration that Xilnex has with Zetpy can actually benefit your site. And more so, we have also come to the end on my sharing side. Right, there are a lot of exciting things that I would like to share on Xilnex, particularly our upcoming deployment products. But having said that, we know that everyone's time is precious. We do not want to take up too much of your time first. So for today, I'm sharing mainly on the offline solutions that we have. So if you wanted to explore more, probably you can reach me out through Zetpy, and probably we can talk further. What are the other exciting items that we are offering from Xilnex side? So I think before I end, I would like to then thank you, Zetpy, again, and also to all the audiences that actually take out your time to actually spend to listen to our sharing here. And if you wish to reach me out, like I mentioned, just reach out to Zetpy. Then we can probably have a talk. You have some concerns, you have some pain points that you are currently facing with your system. You can reach me out. I can see if we can provide certain solutions to your site.
Excellent sharing. Really good one. Right.
Yep. Yeah, because we need to ensure the offline is ready there. You're talking about Omni and online, but offline is also plays a very important part. So with that, both our site comprehend each other and to provide the most convenient solution to the client. So of course, we need to have all this ready lah.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
Yep.
Actually, there are two questions from Larry.
Larry, yes. Let me open a chat
yeah,
box for a while.
Sure. Okay, the first question is, how is GST handled?
Sorry, come again?
How is GST handled?
Okay, GST, basically we have settings within the system, all right? So if there's actually any changes from current SST to back to the GST, so this tax settings, right, is already made available in Xilnex, all right? So we are not so concerned if they change from SST back to GST. So all this are being taken care of. So not just in Malaysia, basically in other countries, if they have VAT, so we're also handling that. So there are already ready settings that we prepared to ready for such kind of changes if it take place.
Okay, thank you. The second question is the system able to handle multi-currency product costs? Example, original cost purchased in USD.
Okay, I think that one I would say possible as well. Okay, we have multi-currency being set in the system. Then with certain settings ready, I think this is achievable as well from the system. So if you wish to reach me out and probably share how does your purchases actually go and how many currencies are you dealing with and how that can be achieved from Xilnex, yes, do reach me out in the private scenario. I will arrange together with a proper technical guy to actually show you how it's being handled. Then you can be more assured that this is a ready thing in our system.
So you probably can share your phone and email on the chat, right? So allow Larry to in touch with you.
Thank you for allowing me that to do so, Mr. Adrian, Master Sifu.
I'm anything but Sifu. Don't simply call me that. Yes.
No, for me, we respect your experiences. Of course, personally to me, you are our Master Sifu. And I'm actually glad to be part of this webinar and to learn from you and probably to also see your experiences on Omnichannel side. It actually helps. It's actually an eye-opener to know different things happen, whether locally, historically, or even overseas.
Okay, I think now without further ado, we overshot the time a bit. Mitchell, you gotta keep it compact. I mean, the next one presenter will be my colleague, Mitchell. She's the head of sales. She has been with Zetpy, right, since her internship time, right? And I have seen her grow, knowing nothing, to a very capable, leaders, right? That currently is leading our sales team now. So I let Ming-Chen take over and share with you, right? How Zetpy and Xilnex actually enable omnichannel. To run you through some live demo. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Adrian. And also, thanks, Sean, for the well presentation to show how, how Xilnex system is, they provide a very comprehensive features. So today on my session, I will mainly focusing on how, to show you guys how Zetpy can enable omni-channels. Okay, but before I start, I would like to start a poll with two simple questions. I just want to have an understanding for our audience here. Okay, so just two questions here. Okay, so I will start the poll now. Okay, so the first question is, are you currently using Xilnex poll system? Yeah, if yes, then just click yes, then no, just click no. And the second question is, are you already selling online? Let's say you're already selling on maybe marketplace like Shopee, Lazada, or you are having your own web store now. Yeah. Okay, so I see some answers already. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's wait for another 5 seconds. Okay, yeah, thanks everyone for answering the question. Okay, so I'll start with my presentation now. Okay, so in this presentation, I will include the demonstration on how Zetpy integrate with this Xilnex post system, and also your online store, which is running on WooCommerce, and also as well as the marketplace like Lazada, Shopee, and coming soon also with TikTok Shop. Yeah, okay. Can you all see my screen?
Yep, myself can.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, so how Zetpy and Xilnex enable omni-channel? So like what Adrian shared just now. So actually selling online is the trend right now, I think, since after MCO started lah. So actually I believe a lot of online sellers, they are slowly they are want to explore selling online. So probably maybe the simple way is start with like selling on Shopee or Lazada. Yeah. So but besides selling on Shopee, Lazada, we also we recommend to set up your own web stores, because for web store you can actually keep track of your customers, and you can actually provide a lot of membership programs like membership points, or you can give out some vouchers to your customers, because like Lazada and Shopee is actually very competitive, and is a bit like you having like the price war. But if having your own website, you can actually build up your own brand, and also you can actually keep your customers. Yeah. So for Zetpy, how we can provide this at omni-channel solutions is that we will provide an end-to-end solutions. So what solution we can provide to you is that first, we will help you to set up an online store which is running on this WooCommerce. Okay, so and then if you are already having a retail stores, and currently you are using this Xilnex pool system, or you have not start using any pool system yet, you are exploring, then definitely we are going to recommend Xilnex, because we already have this solution ready. It's not a concept, it's actually we already have live customers using this solution. Yeah. Okay, so today mainly I will focus on this topic. So first is grow your sales via both online and offline channels, and I will show the automation on how Zetpy can automatic update your inventory from Xilnex pool system to your online store, and also to Lazada and Shopee, and how you can easily sync your sales, online sales, from your website and also marketplace back to Xilnex pool system. Okay, and also next, how we enable click and collect. Actually, click and collect also is the trend right now lah. So as what Adrian shared, like on Watsons and also like IKEA, also they are running this click and collect. Okay, and then also how we enable this collect of loyalty points. So if let's say the customers, they buy at your retail store and then they already collect points, and then they can actually redeem this point on their online store or vice versa. Yeah. Okay, and then last I'm going to show you how we enable this hyper local e-commerce solution with Lalamove to provide a same day delivery option to your customers. Okay, so the first part is sell where your customers buy. So for those like retail sellers, okay, example, if let's say you are selling maybe groceries product, so you can easily have up to thousands of SKU. So if let's say now you are you want to start your online business, you would like to set up your own online store. So if without system like Zetpy, what you do is probably you will key in, you upload the product one by one, key in the product name, the SKU, the image, you do it one by one. So it's very time consuming and is not efficiency lah. So by using Zetpy, right, we can help you to easily publish your product from Xilnex to WooCommerce in just 2 clicks only. Yeah. So we already have, so in the WooCommerce store that we going to set up for you is we already include like the template designs and all, I mean, the setup will be handled by us, and we will also help you to manage on the maintenance, the supports, and also security. So what you need to do is you can just publish the product from this Xilnex post system to your online store. And when you publish the product, that time you can actually choose like what product you would like to sync to the online store. It's not necessary you have to push all the products. Okay, so example, now I'm having this retail store selling groceries, and now I want to set up an online store that's selling all my groceries products. Okay, so how Zetpy enable that? So this is like I'd like to show you the overview of how this integration happens. Okay, so Zetpy will be in the middle, so we can just you can just push all the products that you want to sell online. You push from Xilnex to Zetpy, and then from Zetpy you can actually choose which product you want to publish to which channel. Let's say some of the products I just want to sell on my online store, I don't want to sell on my Lazada and Shopee, is fine, you can choose. And also at the same time, right, for the same items, you can sell it at different price. Example, the same SKU, I want to sell 10 ringgit on my online store, but I sell it at 15 ringgit on marketplace. Yeah, you can easily set different information for the same SKU on different channels. Okay, so I'll show you a quick demo on how do we enable this. Okay, so I will share my screen. Okay, can you all see my screen? Okay, so this is actually the demo store that really set up. So it's called WooGrocer. So this is like a mock-up lah. Okay, so right now imagine I have a Xilnex. I'm using this Xilnex post system, and I already have all the products here. So how can I easily publish this product to my WooCommerce store? Okay, so because when you already have the product in WooCommerce, you already have those product name, description, and price ready. So what you need to do is, let's say I want to publish this product, let's say Nescafe product, to my web store. Okay, so actually in Xilnex, they actually have this attribute called publish to e-commerce. Okay, so you just easily turn on this publish to e-commerce, and when you turn on this attribute, that means this product you are going to sell online and is going to sync with Zetpy and your WooCommerce store. Okay, by default it's turned off now, so you have to turn it on. Then you have to just click save, and then just go back to your Zetpy. So I already connected my Zetpy account with Xilnex and also with my WooCommerce store. Okay, so once you turn on the publish to e-commerce, you can easily import the product from Xilnex to Zetpy. So once the product is imported, you can see the product is already here, including the image. So if you do upload image on WooCommerce, you're able to pull back the first image from Xilnex. Yeah. So because usually for groceries item, you just need to have like one image for each item. Yeah. So once the item is pulled from Xilnex to Zetpy, you're able to see not only the product name, it will include like the stock, the price as well. Okay. Like in Xilnex, they actually have multiple pricing on Xilnex. So in Zetpy, you can actually choose which price you would like to take from. So let's say sales price is the price I'm selling at my retail store, but online I want to sell it maybe slightly cheaper. I can set under web price. Then by the time when you import the product, you can choose to take web price instead of sales price. Okay. So once the product is imported to Zetpy, to Zetpy already, then how can I push this product to WooCommerce? So okay, so I just come to the WooCommerce plugin here and I just easily click on this add product. Okay, and I can select this Nescafe. Actually, you can select the product in bulk. Okay, just click select product. Okay, and you can see the product name, the description that fill up here is those information that you originally already filled up on Xilnex. Okay, and also so at this page, what you are going to do is you just need to fill up the other information that is required by WooCommerce. Example, like categories, you can choose like, let's say going to select beverage, and you can also set a different price also if let's say you want to customize different price on different channel. Okay, so after that you just click on this save button. So once you click save, this product will now sync to your WooCommerce and it will be a live product already, meaning the customer already can see your product from your web store. Okay, so once the status turns to success, that means the product is already published to my WooCommerce store. Okay, so while waiting, I can show you on the web stores. So this is the example of the product after published from Zetpy to WooCommerce. So we already include all the information that you require to fill up, like the image, the price, and the name. Okay, so yeah, so this is the flow of how you can easily post your product from offline to online. So like for those sellers, if you guys have like thousands of SKUs, so you can just use this. I mean, this integration can just help you to easily move your products to online. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then okay. So once the product is already published to your online store, so what will be the next? So you will wait for the orders, and if let's say without system like Zetpy, what you do is, okay, let's say you do not have any order from online yet, but your retail store is I mean keep on selling, we already have sales. So what you need to do is you need to go back to your WooCommerce to update the inventory one by one. Let's say you sold out this ayam nuggets today, then you have to go to WooCommerce and adjust the quantity. So but by using Zetpy, once your product is already sync from Xilnex to Zetpy, whenever there is a stock changes on Xilnex, Zetpy will automatically capture the stock update, and it will sync, it will update this inventory to your WooCommerce as well as to your Lazada and Shopee store. Yeah, so it's automatically, you don't, so let's say even though you have sales happen during, let's say at the night, and or whenever you are busy, you don't have time to update the stock, so the system will just automatically update the stock from Xilnex to Zetpy, and the sync interval is 5 minutes, is considered one of the fastest sync. Yeah. Okay, so okay, then later what happen if let's say you receive order from your website? Okay, so so how can we enable this automation is you can easily sync these orders from your WooCommerce back to Xilnex to create the sales invoice. Okay, so for example, I receive an order from WooCommerce. Okay, you can easily go to WooCommerce and you can check the orders. So at the same time, this order also will be reflected on Zetpy. Okay, you can easily see the orders here under this WooCommerce tab. Okay, so let's say I want to sync this order to Xilnex, and later I want to do pick, pack, and want to print out the invoice, etc. So you don't need to go back to Xilnex, open the sales invoice, key in the customer name, what items they purchase, no need. So in our integration, right, we actually enable this automation where we can automatically create the sales invoice in Xilnex when we receive an order from WooCommerce or from Shopee Lazada. Okay, so the sync intervals also is 5 minutes. It will automatically create the invoice for you already, including all the customer name and the SKU details. Okay, so you just if for auto, it will just create the invoice after 5 minutes. Okay, but I'll show you in the manual way so you can see how it works. Okay, so you can click on the sync order. You can choose to sync this order as a invoice or sales order. Let's say I want to go with sales invoice, then I click next. Okay, then you can see a list of orders. So these are the orders that you have yet to create invoice in Xilnex. So if you already created, then it will remove from the list here. So let's say I want to sync the order this order just now. So I can just tick the order. You can tick the in bulk multiple orders. So I can just tick and click select order. Okay, then it will show the order is importing is in progress. Then once it's success, it will show you the sales ID. Oops, oh sorry, this item. Okay, sorry, this because this is a new item I created just now. Sorry. So if let's say is this item is already exists on Xilnex, it will show you the sales ID. But if let's say the SKU is sorry, I forgot to mention one thing is because in our system we actually use the SKU as the identifier of the product. So if let's say you have a different SKU on Xilnex and also on WooCommerce stores, you will get like this, you will get failed to create the invoice in Xilnex because we are actually mapping using the SKU. Okay, so once if the status is success, you can see the sales ID over here, and then you can go back to Xilnex, and then you can come to the sales invoice here to look for the orders. Okay, so once the invoice is generated, you can straight away see your customer name here. And for salesperson, we are going to show is Zetpy and dash is WooCommerce, because this information can be filtered in Xilnex web report, which Sean showed just now. So in their web report, you can easily drag and drop the field that you want to see or you want to filter. Yeah. So and also for sales type, we are going to show under e-commerce, so you can easily differentiate the sales. Oh, sorry. Or you can know how much sales you generate for online and also offline by filtering the sales type. Okay. And also you can see the customer name and contact number. So this name and contact number, we will also create this customer as a new customer in Xilnex client list, because they have this a CRM program where you can actually capture your customers and you can know their past purchase history. Yeah. Okay. And also you can see the customer address, billing address, and the delivery address. Okay. Okay. Then after that, you can see these are the items that the customer purchased, and also including the shipping fee. You can also choose if you want to include or exclude the shipping fee or the vouchers. Yeah. So you can see, right? You actually it's actually help you to save time from keying the invoice one by one and key in the details, because if you manual key in, is actually it has the high possibility to happen human error, right? So by using this system, it can just help you to create the invoice. So once invoice is created, the inventory also will be auto deduct in Xilnex. Yeah, so you can have the centralized and also updated inventory across your online and offline channels. Yeah. Okay, so these are the part for the automations. And okay, and then next, I'm going to continue with okay, yeah, okay, just go through this a little bit. Okay, so how Zetpy helps you to solve your pain points is, first, you can easily publish your products from offline to online in just 2 clicks. And then next is it helps you to save time from keying the invoice one by one. So you can just enable the auto sync order. So when you receive order from WooCommerce, after 5 minutes, it will help you to generate the sales invoice in Xilnex, and the stock will be auto updated in Xilnex as well. Okay, and then this can help you to have the updated inventory between across online and offline channels. And by using this automation, this can help you to reduce the human error. Yeah. Okay. So your staff or your workers can actually they can spend time to do a higher value. Well, like example, they can focus on promotions or other stuff like that. Okay, because this already can be automated by the system. Okay, then next, I will talk about click and collect. So this click and collect we actually enable for the sellers if they have single outlets or they have multiple outlets. Yeah. So if single outlets, I think that outlets also will use as a fulfillment center for your online orders. So let's say you have grocery stores, let's say in Cheras, and then you can actually link this Cheras outlet with Zetpy, and then it will connect like with your WooCommerce. So let's say if your customer they purchase from your online store and they are also live nearby Cheras and they want to pick up, they want to buy online and pick up from your store. Okay, so how do we enable is that if let's say you have an order from WooCommerce, this order will go into this Cheras outlet to create the sales order, and then later when your customer come to your outlet to pick up, they can actually they can just quote the order ID that they got from WooCommerce, and then the cashier can easily search this order ID and find the invoice. Then they can just update the delivery status of the invoice. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so okay, and then next also, right, before I show the demo, I would like to touch a little bit on these loyalty points. So for this, how do we enable these loyalty points is that the points for online and offline is actually synced. So let's say I'm a new customer, so I go to your stores and I register as a member. Okay, then my name will be captured in Xilnex client list. Okay, then later if I go to online store, I place an order and I use the same contact number, and once this order sync to Xilnex, it will auto map this as the same customer. Yeah, and also if another scenario, or if let's say I have not buy from your retail store yet, I just purchased from your online store. So once I place order, my name and also my contact number will be created as a new client in Xilnex client list. And then when I complete the purchase, let's say means I already received the order, or the item, then I will accumulate points not only in WooCommerce but also in Xilnex post system. Yeah. So if let's say later I want to go to your outlet and I want to use this point, I want to redeem these points, I can easily redeem the points at the outlet. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to show you the demo on how this works. Okay. So I will share my screen again. Okay. So I will go into the front end. So because due to time limitation, I have to make it faster. Okay, so I already registered as a customer. Let's say I'm a customer for this WooGrocer. So I already have an account with them and I already added 2 items into the cart. So now I'm at the checkout page. Okay, so let's say my name is, I have this customer called Edmund, example. Okay, and I have purchased these 2 items. Okay, this Kewpie and Kampung chili sauce. Okay, so let's say I have a outlet. I have an outlet on KLCC. So I want to choose to pick up from your KLCC branch. Okay, so I can just select this pick up option. Okay, then means that there is actually 2 options that you can choose. It can be a delivery or it can be pick up. So if I choose pick up, then it will be a free shipping fee. Okay, so I just click on this place order. Okay, oh, I need to accept this. Okay, place order. Okay, so once the order is placed, the customer also, they will receive an confirmation email as well. Okay, so just wait for a second. Okay, so the order is confirmed. Okay, then later this order as the seller, okay, as the seller. Now I'm as the seller. Okay, so I will go back to my WooCommerce orders here. Okay, I can just refresh and to look for the orders. Okay, so this is the order called Edmund Lee, and at the same time, this order will also reflect on Zetpy. Okay, so I will go to Zetpy orders. Okay, and this is the order 1974. Okay, so the name is Edmund Lee. Okay, and from here, right, you can see the shipping provider is under Pickup Branch KLCC. Okay, so from here, I can know that this is a pickup order. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that, okay, so just want to let you know that currently I have, example, I have 2 outlets on Xilnex. Okay, I'm connecting with the first outlet. Let's say it's my warehouse. I call it a demo outlet. Okay, and then at the same time, I have another outlet at KLCC. So how can I post this order to KLCC to generate to create an invoice, and this sales will count in under KLCC outlet. Okay, so in this integration, we can only link with one outlet, so we will link with your warehouse outlet. Okay, so what we can do is I'll come to the sync order here. Instead of choosing sales invoice, I will sync as sales order. Okay, then I'll just click next. Okay, and this is the order that I want to sync. So from the shipping provider here, you can know this is a pickup order. So you can actually filter based on the shipping provider. Okay, so I just tick the order and I just click select. Okay, then it will sync as the sales order. Okay, oops. Okay, I think I forgot to add item, sorry. Okay, so once the sales order is created, right, I will show you a sample. Okay, so I go to this sales order list. Okay, so I can filter the date. Okay, example, I want to take this order example. Okay, so once the sales order is created, you will also see, actually the format is will be a bit similar with the sales invoice. So you can see the customer name, their contact number. For sales type, it will still under retail. So if because this is already fixed, is under retail. So if let's say you want to differentiate this as the e-commerce sales type, you can actually change it to e-commerce. Yeah. Okay, and then you will show this order is coming from WooCommerce, and under this custom field, we will show this is the order ID that you get from WooCommerce. So this order ID, this field also will be passed to this invoice when you post this sales order to invoice to the KLCC outlet. Okay, so example, now I want to post this SO to invoice to this KLCC outlet. Okay, then I just click select. Okay, then it will prompt you with the sales invoice. So I can just confirm with the invoice. Okay, then I choose KLCC outlet, select. Okay, then the sales is now confirmed. Okay, then for the payment also, we already capture the payment in the sales order actually. Okay, so we can just click done. Okay, this. Okay, so it's already paid. Then okay, then now actually this invoice is already posted to the KLCC outlet. Okay, but the delivery status still under pending because the customer still yet to come to my store to pick up. Okay, so if let's say now the customer come to my store already, okay, I can just go back to the, okay, I could go back to sales invoice, and I will select KLCC outlet. Okay, I just refresh. Okay, and then this is the order. Okay, so when the customer come at the cashier, they can actually let the cashier know the sales sales ID from WooCommerce, which is 166, and they can easily search this invoice. Okay, so after the customer come and pick up, they can just click on this delivery status. Okay, but I have to log in. They can just click on this delivery status, and then the status will update to complete. Then you can just pass the items to the customer. Yeah, then the stock will deduct under this KLCC outlet. Yeah, instead of the warehouse outlet that is connecting with your Zetpy. Okay, so this is how we enable click and collect. So actually, we can support if let's say you not only have single outlet but you also have multiple outlets, we can support this as well. Yeah. Okay, and then if at the same time I will show you on the client. Okay, so I just use these customers. Okay. Okay, so you can see this is the points that the customer accumulated. So you can see for in Xilnex here, we have 20 points for these Daisy customers. Okay, and you can actually find, and these points is actually already connected with WooCommerce. So if let's say the same customer Daisy, she want to buy from online, so she can just redeem these points from your WooCommerce. Okay, so if let's say I go to the customer here. Okay, and then, oh, sorry, to go to user. Okay, and I already have this customer, Daisy. Okay, and you can easily check their points. If let's say I want to know how much points this customer already earned. Okay, I can come to points and what's here. Okay, then I can see for this customer Daisy, her points accumulate on WooCommerce is 20, which is the same with the points that she accumulated on Xilnex post. Okay, which is this one. So she can either choose to redeem the points at online or at the retail store. Yeah. Okay. So, but for redemption, I'm not going to show here because yeah, I'm already run out of time. Okay, then I will show on the last part, okay, which is the hyper e-commerce with Lalamove. Okay, so we already have this end-to-end solution connecting your WooCommerce, Lalamove, and also Xilnex post system. So when there is an order, okay, let's say for retail, if let's say you're selling groceries product, usually you will want to enable same day delivery. So you can actually choose you want it to deliver, let's say maybe within within 10 to 20 kilometer, okay, and you want to provide the same day delivery, okay, and also so we already integrate with this Lalamove. So if let's say you receive order on your WooCommerce store, this order will actually direct to the Lalamove portal. Then from there, the system will actually look for the drivers if there is any driver available, and also it will based on the weight of the item. Let's say the customer the weight of the item that the customer buy is less than 10 kg example, then they will assign a motorcycle to do the delivery. But instead, if you buy more than 10 kg, then they will auto assign car as the delivery method. Yeah. Okay. So okay, so I will just show you a demo on this. Okay. Okay. So I will just place okay, so I'll use the same customers lah. Okay, this customer. Then I come here. Let's say I want to buy this item. Okay, and to cut. And this. Okay, so I proceed to checkout. Okay, then then you have to fill up the postcode. Sorry, forgot to show you one thing. Okay, before you actually go to the cart, okay, you have to, there is actually okay, let's say a pop-up. Okay, because I already logged in. Okay, maybe I show you once again. Sorry. Okay, actually it will show a pop-up to let you enter with the postcode. So if let's say the postcode that you enter is within the coverage, then they will, they can support to provide the same day delivery. However, if the postcode is outside of the coverage, then you might have to use the pickup option. Okay, so I will continue with this order. Okay, go to checkout. Okay, then at the bottom, you can actually choose the delivery time frame. Let's say I want it to be delivered on today, on let's say 4 to 6 p.m. example. So you can select the time frame here. Then it will assign you with the motorcycle or the car. Okay, then here it will show you the shipping fee. Then you can just place order.
One thing to add, this shipping fee is a real-time rate we actually pull from Lalamove one.
Okay, so wait for the order to confirm. Okay, so now the order is already placed. Then I can go to, so as a seller, they will see this order at the WooCommerce backend. Okay, so let's say this order is I want to use Lalamove to deliver. So I can click into the status. Okay, and then I can update it to shipped by Lalamove. Okay, then I'll click update. So once you update this status to shipped by Lalamove, this order will now sync to the Lalamove portal. Okay, it will sync automatically. Okay, then you can log into your Lalamove portal. Okay, this is just a testing account. Okay, so I will refresh the page.
Yeah, so alternatively, just now what Mingzhen showed, shipped by Lalamove, we also can fully automate this by when the order come in, we straight away push to Lalamove already. So those part, there are certain components, right, are configurable and customizable. What we show is one example of the scenario.
Okay, so you can see the order is already here, and the pickup time I select just now is 4 p.m. So here it will show the date and the time. Okay, so at this page, right, you need to click this driver accept the orders. Okay, actually this action will actually done by the system itself. Means that once the order it go into this Lalamove portal, the system will auto assign the driver. Then they will find if there is any available driver. Okay, then it will show ongoing. Okay, then then the system will update to driver pick up the order. Okay, so the driver will come to the seller outlet and pick up the order. Okay, then once the order is picked up, as the seller, right, you actually have the live tracker to see where exactly is the driver at. Okay, then once the driver already send the parcel to the customers, the status will be updated to completed. Yeah, so Once the status update to completed, this status also will automatically update back to WooCommerce. And WooCommerce will update the status as complete, and the points will automatically accumulate on Xilnex post system. Yeah. Okay, so I can go to Xilnex here.
So what we just now show on the Lalamove portal, basically those are the test portal designed for developers like us. So that when Minchen click on all this, we actually simulate the real world scenario. But of course, there's one thing they will never tell you, which is when the network don't have enough rider or driver. It does happen, okay, in the real world. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So this is actually the whole process. Just want to mention again that the action that I showed just now is actually will be automatically update by the system. Like you don't need to click like what I did just now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is that's all of my presentation. So if you if the participants here, if you have any question or if you wish to know more about this solution, you can contact us. So we have 4 contact numbers here, or you can email to us. Yeah.
I think Daniel have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
When customers select to ship by Lalamove and choose to pay by online banking for the merchandise, how can we be sure that the payment is made before we allow the shipment? Okay, you can actually easily see the payment. Let me share. Okay, actually there is a multiple status here. If let's say the payment is unpaid, it will falls under this pending payment. So, but if the payment is already done, it will fall under pending shipment method. Then you have to change this status to ship by Lalamove. Yeah.
I think
So-
Daniel, to further answer your question also, just now our demo, we didn't show that part because it's a stage demo, right? But when it comes to live, yes, you do have to accept the payment first. If not, the payment status, it won't be shown as just some what it means completed, right? Then it means the money is not coming in. And also at the same time, let's say it depends on whatever payment gateway you are using, right? It can be a local one, IP88, Razor Merchant Services, EJHL, MailPrease, Stripe, PayPal, you name it. If it's successful, most of the time for each order, you should receive a payment email notification for that particular order as well. Okay, that's where if you want to double check, you can actually put into the process, you know. And why we mentioned just now, this part, let's say Minchen show ship by Lalamove, we auto trigger versus automated. We have a reason to do that as well, because there are some customers, they say, hey, I actually have 2 or 3 riders at my shop, ready anytime, you know. And certain near one, you know, just like a Walmart associate delivery, they might want to use their own people to ship it. And when their own people are fully tied up, then they extend to the network itself, which tap into a Lalamove. But do take note, real world scenario is always messy when it comes to operation. You do have to account for sometime when we send the order to Lalamove order, 3 to 5 hours, no rider available. It does happen, okay? So that's why you have to account for stuff like that. But this alone will enable new possibilities, you know, to enable you to actually capture those customers that want this kind of services from you. And I think the good thing is when we pull the rate from Lalamove, we actually pass the rate charges back to the customer itself. Right? Customer want this, they pay for delivery. Okay, so you don't, you know, take a cut off of your margin, right, to fund the delivery. But also you can of course do setting like, if the customer buy more than 200 ringgit from me, I want to give free same day delivery via Lalamove. Can I do that? Yes, you can. as mentioned, this is we can configure. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Adrian.
Thank you, Daniel, for the question. Does it answer your question? If not, then you do let us know. Thank you.
Yeah, any more questions from other participants?
I think there's a question on the TikTok shop. Is the TikTok shop, will the TikTok shop
integration?
Oh, sorry. Will the TikTok shop integration? Oh, no, no, we don't cover it today because it's still under development, and estimate is going to ready on next month. Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned for TikTok shop one. We are going to have similar webinar with TikTok staff from China. Okay, I think they already set up a local office here. And once we ready with the module for the TikTok shop plugin, we will do one with the TikTok shop basically staff, right? The business people. We will come in and share it. I also personally will extend to some TikTok sellers. They are very, very good at this one. As I mentioned to you, the know-how is very different from Shopee, Lazada, or your own store start selling one. So I know a few of those people. I will personally invite them to bring them in to share with you, what it takes to make TikTok shop selling successful. Stay tuned.
Yep, there's a third question, I think from the same person on the floor. He said, are there any replays for this or any past webinar?
Replace, we don't have replace for this webinar. Yeah.
Can register earlier, then we do more for you.
Replay need to subscribe to our Zetpy and Xilnex channel already. Got subscription fee. So anyway, thank you for allowing us the opportunity to share this with you. I mean, the pleasure is actually ours. Thanks for your time, and hopefully you all do walk away with something. And if you have in mind, and always how to actually do both online and offline sales together, how do you merge these both? Please contact us, We have a solution to enable you to do that from Zetpy and Xilnex together. And one last thing, before we end this, I have got one thing to share with you on Xilnex as well. As you know, Xilnex, it started out as a pure cloud post. So cloud is very different from a lot of traditional posts that are currently in the market now. Okay, you don't have application to install on your Windows server per se. Okay, and I think this is very important because it means it's accessible everywhere. Just like Zetpy, the only difference is Xilnex is running on Azure, Microsoft technology, while Zetpy is fully running on AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, one of the largest cloud platform in the world and the most secure one as well. And when it comes to scalability, just now what Sean touched on, the API is the key. Why be able to do all this integration and provide better integration, and moving forward, we want to make it even more seamless because of the API architecture in place. And without that, an API architecture is only possible with cloud platform. Okay, without that, we won't be able to show you what we have just showcased just now. All right, and that's where the future proof coming in. So I will urge you today, if you are starting a single store, but always think big, because we do business not for the short term, for the long run, We want growth from 1 to 2 to multiple stores. Start off with the right footing, the right setup, utilize Xilnex Cloud Post. Then there's a lot of things you can do with it later on, As I mentioned, the scalability part, the future proof part. Okay, and without further ado, I want to thank you all for your time. Do contact us, remember, and again, thank you. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.
Sean, our post-mortem will send you another Zoom link. Okay.
Okay, so I'll quit here.
Let's do it now also lah.
Hmm.
Sean，我会 send 你另外一个 link。
OK，是 WhatsApp 那边啊。
嗯。
OK，好 ，thanks。